Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Rhett. I got a video today from Alexander Grace. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that, Chow. Yeah.
Follow. Do you see that car right there? Yeah, that's my ex's car. Right.
Oh no.
There.
Oh no.
And she's just following me and shit.
Don't corner
Look at this.
yourself,
She's
bro.
blocking my car.
Oh,
Look at this.
no.
Look at this.
I knew it.
You're blocking my car. You're blocking my car. You are blocking my vehicle and stalking me. Leave me alone. You are stalking me. You just showed up at my job at 5 in the morning. I'm tired. Go away. Dude, you're insane. How did you find my job? Dude, get away from me.
Gee,
Get away from me. Dude, this is literally...
You shouldn't have stopped, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna
you shouldn't
die,
have
bro.
stopped.
I'm dead ass gonna die one fucking day, bro. This is literally insane. Dude, I don't know what's wrong with her, bro.
This is
He
Vegas,
doesn't
I
know
guess.
what's wrong with her. I have some theories. You guys out there who have dated unhinged women, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. You see, these types of women are full of internal chaos. They are terrified of their own emotions. And they use their boyfriends to emotionally regulate by blaming everything that she's experiencing on him. Women like that cannot stomach the notion that they are the source of their own dysfunction, that they are flawed, that they are the problem. No, that's too scary. And so they project all of their issues onto the man in their life. If he did this,
Isn't that just normal women behavior?
then I would be okay. If he was more like this, then everything would be fine. They take no accountability. Everything is the man's fault. And of course, nobody notices how crazy and ridiculous this is because for whatever reason, we live in a society where it's okay for women to blame all of their problems on men. It's encouraged and it works until the man removes himself, just like this gentleman did when he broke up with his girlfriend. He isn't around anymore. He's no longer in her life. Should be liberation for her, right? Free from the terrible man. Instead, in situations like this, what happens is that without him to blame all of her issues on, she is now confronted with the fact that she herself is the problem. He's
makes
gone,
sense.
but she's still filled with anger, despair, and chaos. And she starts to panic. A thought arises that she dare not acknowledge even to herself. Oh no, what if he wasn't the issue? What if it was me all along?
I don't want to brag, but I have so many problems. They're like problems in my head. They're not real problems yet. I'll probably make them into something though.
The idea that when a man meets a woman that she is flawless, that she has perfect self-esteem, she's completely at peace with the universe, like she has no issues, that notion is ridiculous. But based on the way that many women speak, you would think that this is how it is, that everything was completely fine with her, but suddenly she met you and you have robbed her of her equanimity. You are causing all of her emotional turmoil, all of her problems. No, zero chance. She had those issues to begin with. The only difference now is that she has you to blame. How convenient. It is exhausting to deal with. You guys out there in the audience who have dated women like this, you are nodding your heads right now. You know how tiring it is for a woman to hold you responsible for her pre-existing issues because you can't solve them. Many men have tried. They have wasted their lives feeding the bottomless pit that is female chaos. And you can do that if you want. You can voluntarily sacrifice yourself, consciously choose to take on the blame for all of her issues 1,000 times over, and it won't help in the slightest because the reality is that it's not your fault. It never was. She's the one who's dysfunctional.
Sometimes as us men, we absorb these problems and we feel we can solve them and we try our best. And guess what? We can't.
Whether her issue is you are not to blame. And you might know that, but what's frustrating is that she doesn't get it. She doesn't see it that way. Doesn't matter what you do, what you say, she won't wake up to the fact that she is the source of her own problems. But do you want to know the best way to get her to realize this is? It's to walk away, to give her space. When men do that, it devastates the female psyche. Why is it that walking away and giving a woman space is so devastating to her? Imagine there's a woman who who is trying to build a house, but the foundation is cracked and so it's unstable. She keeps banging nails into walls, trying to get them to stay in place. And you, as her boyfriend, keep bringing her new materials, new tools. And you accept the abuse that she's throwing at you. She keeps telling you that you're doing it wrong. You're not helping right. You're not bringing the right stuff. It can go on like this for years, and for many men, this does describe what their life is like, but it's never going to improve. The house is never going to be stable. It's never going to get built because it was flawed from the foundation. But so long as you're indulging all of this blaming nonsense, feeding her delusion, bringing her new tools and materials, and participating in this charade, she's never going to realize what the actual problem is. This is why you need to remove yourself. You need to give her space. By staying in her proximity and allowing her to heap fault onto you, you are codependently enabling her, and she's going to continue to misdiagnose the true problem. But if you walk away, then suddenly she can't blame you anymore.
Yeah, simps are part of the issue.
And that's going to give her the chance to realize what the actual problem is. The foundation is faulty. She is the issue. It's like in martial arts. You can block blow after blow after blow, but sometimes the most effective technique is simply to step aside and let your opponent fall based on their own momentum. Gentlemen, if you want women to learn that they are the problem, you need to give them space. Stop sacrificing yourself on the altar of her chaos, offering yourself up as tribute, absorbing all of the blame.
Us men are just white knights like that. We need to stop simping. We need to stop giving these women all of our time and attention to solve these chaotic problems that they cause themselves.
So long as you are still within her proximity, she can continue to use you to work herself up, to re-stimulate herself and keep the anger and the blame flowing.
He's recording me now.
What are you doing?
Just stop recording me. He's trying to record me.
What are you doing? Stop hitting.
Stop not hitting you. Get the phone out of my face.
Hey, what are you doing?
This person is like continuing to assault me. Help me. I don't know the address because he just brought me here on a date after he beat me.
You came over here on your own will.
I did not.
What are you doing?
Stop it.
Hey, stop.
This is what a narcissist does. Help me, please. I've only lived here for 2 weeks. I don't know this person.
What are you doing?
Stop it. Why are you recording me?
Because you're crazy.
I'm like naked in your apartment after I just woke up and I don't know what happened.
No,
How do you have a moo-moo, by the way?
I asked you to leave politely and you didn't.
You can see when a woman is emotionally activated like this, her proximity to a man can give her momentum. It allows her to keep going and to work herself up into a state. And that's what she wants. She doesn't want to calm down. She doesn't want space. When this guy asked her to leave, she could have exited the apartment with no drama, but she would rather stay near him and continue to re-stimulate herself. At least then she can pretend to herself and to the police, I guess, that he is the source of her turmoil. She can avoid confronting the truth that all of this chaos stemmed from her, that she is the problem. If you've ever wondered why women stay with problematic men, the guys that she endlessly complains about, this is one of the reasons. As awful as she says that it is being with him, the alternative is being by herself and having nobody to blame. For a woman like that, accountability, personal...
That sounds so crazy in my head. The reason they stay with the Chad, Ray Rays, and Pookies and the Chad Roans is because they're horrible people themselves, and they don't want to be horrible if they're by themselves, so they need someone that's even more horrible than them to put all the blame on? What the...
responsibility, that's her biggest fear. She'd rather stay in the chaos relationship because she does not want to confront her own personal demons. She wants to shift responsibility for her internal state onto men. But there's good news, because fewer and fewer men are willing to accept this state of affairs.
Good men, where are they? I keep seeing that video. They're hiding. All of your videos of, screaming and saying how much you hate men and your icks because I don't know they breathe. They just decided they're going to be hiding for a while. They're done. They're taking a vacation from women. They're probably at home. If they're not at work, they're at home. And they're just watching TikToks of women horrified.
Or YouTubes of us covering TikToks.
Being very, very happy that they made their choice to just be single and choose peace over crazy toxicity.
So this is my reminder to all of the men watching that relationships are a voluntary contract.
True.
Nobody is forcing you to date a toxic woman. If you meet a good woman who is kind and feminine and she takes personal responsibility for herself, then congratulations, enjoy it, date her, celebrate, you found one of the good ones. That's awesome, I'm happy for you. But if the woman that you're dating does not improve your life, if dating her means that you need to codependently sign up to take responsibility for all of her issues and problems, then don't do it. Men, you need to be suspicious of your own masculine rescuer instinct. I know that it feels macho to like ride in and save the day, but there is a much greater moral sophistication in letting people sort their own issues out. This culture of women just endlessly heaping fault onto men has got to stop. And perhaps the best way to achieve change is for men to just remove themselves, to give women space. That way they can see what's actually going on.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women, most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
Men are useless. Are we? Maybe we should find out. I don't know, maybe we should see what happens if men remove themselves. Give women space. Wouldn't it be interesting to see what impact that would have on society? But bringing this back to the personal level, this concept of giving women space is vital for maintaining a healthy relationship with a girlfriend or in a marriage. Even if she never blames you or arguments where she assigns fault to you are rare, it is still an essential practical skill to learn when to walk away, when to give a woman space. For his
This is why the Godfather says this is the most powerful thing that men have, the ability to walk away. If you have that ability, you're pretty good. But it's most of us don't. Most of us feel so attached. We feel we've wasted so much time, we wasted so much effort, we wasted so much money into this person. We don't want to lose that progress that we've technically made with a person, even though it's crappy progress.
Relationships to function, every man needs to know this. So if you're in a relationship and you want to know how to utilize this knowledge in a practical way to benefit your relationships, you're going to want to keep watching this video.
The idea that women are with shitty men because they don't want to take the accountability on their own, it kind of makes sense, right? Because once they're with a good man kind of holds them responsible, kind of holds accountability on them, and they can't have it. This is why most women cannot be with good men. Makes sense. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.